Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here, and it's time for some Power Rangers Beast Morphers Season 2 previews. We got two little tidbits today, nothing too extraordinary. You know, I'll break them down, but I'm not going to have a screenshot by screenshot because a lot of this stuff is not interesting information. It's like, hey look, the Rangers still look the same and morph the same. So, we got the Season 2 opening, and there's not as much new about it as usual because we don't have a super title or anything like that. So it's just kind of no different than when we update the regular sequence. You kind of just start with some generic sequences of civilian mode. That's just them in clothes. I'm in civilian mode right now. Pretty cool, guys, right? It's my final form and my base form. But amongst those, there is a neat little sneaky shot of Nate fighting a Vivix, which is a teaser for the crossover. That's cool. I didn't even catch it the first time because there's just a bunch of quick shots of them fighting the putties. And I call them putties like a grandma. Just every henchman is just a putty. Then, you know, we get our usual shots of like the title cards of the characters. And the only thing notable about that is the way Robbie does this head turn. He's like that was a creepy. I can't do it. Like, it was really funny because most of them feel like they're kind of the same, but for whatever, he's doing like, hi, I'm Date Mike. Nice to meet me. Side note, I wish Steel had one. I know it's different because it's like a voice actor and a suit actor, but it bothers me on an OCD level. You only have 4 out of the 5 Rangers getting their like title cards. And it's probably some sort of stupid Hollywood rule of like, oh, we can't do it because of this reason. And it's like probably some dumb made-up rules, but it's just, it would be nice for Steel to have his. It's not unheard of for shows where you have like a suit actor for them to pan over in the credits, and then they'll show like the name and the actor. So that's a weird nitpick, but it just bothers me. Justice for Beastbots, you know how it is. Then we get some cool shots of some of the new stuff. You know, the power-up mode, the same shot from the Go Busters footage we've seen a million times. A couple different shots of Tatagami Layo and Cheetah Nick over here, not Cheetah Nick, Ace, writing it, so like stuff we pretty much know about, but it's, you know, in there because it's the new Zord. One new shot for sure is them using one of those new bow weapons like a team power cannon, which is really cool. I didn't really expect that. I think it's a neat use, and like Go Busters doesn't really have a real power cannon until they get, do they even use it all together when they get the suitcase blaster? I don't remember, but in like the first parts of the season they just kind of amp up their regular blasters, so like that's kind of cool. I dug that. There is one shot I noticed that I think I'm reading too much into where they're just using their standard swords and they look like they're glowing, but I couldn't honestly tell if they're glowing or if they are a different color because I know like the new toys have a recolored blaster, so it made me think for a second maybe they have a recolored one just for certain situations and new footage so they can sell toys, but it's very possible they're just glowing because they were just summoned. It just looked weird, so I thought I'd mention it. And then, you know, Evox is in there and all that good stuff, and then there's a couple team shots, and then the team shot at the end, as people have pointed out, is from the Gavin episode, except they've cut Gavin out. I hope we don't use Gavin. Unless we brought him in as a VR trooper, we don't need that old and busted stuff in here, but like if it was a VR trooper, it'd be funny. I know they used Sheriff Skyfire and for footage, but I hope we don't use that this time. I don't care about Gavin. I don't think we really owe him to use his footage, but if a VR trooper, that'd be kind of funny. But that was pretty much it. Nothing too new and exciting. It's the same theme song, you know, same stuff we already know, just the cool little tidbits about some of the new stuff, and not a lot of it, or almost any of it, I don't think is anything we didn't know about, because we know about what the new mecha is, we've seen the weapon in the toys, and we know the Dino Team Up's happening, but still, cool little thing to release to get us excited about the new season. You know, as they always do. I think they released the title sequence last year. And then we got a little preview clip, which also wasn't exciting as last year's preview clip. That, my baby voice. The reason it is because, you know, last year, obviously, it was the first footage we were ever seeing of Beast Morphers. Not to mention it was our first taste of the Hasbro era, and we got that cool clip of them fighting in the laundry room. That sounds lame when I say it, but it was a cool preview clip, and we got to see the first look at Blaze in Ranger suit. And this is basically just the Rangers reenacting Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle in the woods, but Steel's trying to convince them that this blurry photo of Bigfoot is Scrozzle. And then they end up seeing Scrozzle, like, having his henchmen carry out a bunch of trash cans. So that's basically it. Steel's like, look, I know Scrozzle's back, and they're like, nah, son, come on. And he's like, come on, son. And then just, that's what happens. So nothing too exciting, you know. I am looking forward to Beast Morphers. I do enjoy some Beast Morphers. I'm looking forward to seeing it this weekend. I wish it was a little bit more of an interesting preview clip, but who knows, they could release another one in the next coming week. And if it's interesting enough, I'll cover it. Since I wanted to talk about the opening anyway, I talked about this clip. I talked about it. But like if the other clip is just as boring, like it's not awful, but it just wasn't anything worth noting, then I'll skip it. But if it has something worth talking about, I'll talk about it. And I forgot to say this disclaimer at the beginning, but there's a small chance this video will get re-uploaded without the pictures in case Hasbro goes copyright nuts last year, because that's what they got mad at me for last year, was like this type of video. But they seem to have backed off a little bit, you know, because it's fair use and stuff. But just FYI, if you see this video and then it goes down, it'll be back up just without pictures. But anyway, what do you guys think? Are you excited for the new season? Are you excited by the previews we've been getting? Were you hoping for a more exciting preview? Let me know as always. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you get notifications from my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.